What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. So let's get into this whole situation. Let's talk about Xscape. Let's talk about the two sisters in the group, Tamika and Tasha. Okay, there's a whole lot going on in this situation, but it seems like Tamika, she done came down here on these YouTube streets and she doubled down on her sister stealing that money from her. I was like, child, are you serious for real, for real? So when it comes to Tamika, she's saying her sister took $30,000 from her and she needed that money because she just had a baby and she had a daughter that was in college. The young lady that you see with the locks behind her mother, she was in college and she said she needed that $30,000. And Tamika is basically saying that she didn't tell her husband about the whole situation and she paid the taxes on the money that she did not receive. She said it may have been a long time ago, but she said her sister and her mother jumped on camera and tried to embarrass her and try to make her feel bad and try to belittle her like she ain't nothing, like she don't got no feelings. It also sounds like Tamika suffering from Stockholm syndrome because her mother and her sister would have been kicked to the curb real quick, real fast, for real, for real. I wonder if the grandmother treats her grandkids differently. Do she teach his kids different than she treats Tamika kids? I hope that is not going on, because if that's going on, Tamika, you need to not allow that to happen. I was like, Lord have mercy, this is a whole crazy situation. And then when it comes to Tamika's mom was like calling her daughter jealous, calling Tamika jealous of her sister and everything, basically, adding fuel to the fire and also picking sides and also choosing sides. And when you and your sister going back and forth and your mama picks sides and basically is you against your mama and your sister, and it's probably been like that her whole life. So they basically been dogging this girl out for a long time, making her feel inferior, making her feel like she needs to back down, making her feel like she has to put everything on the line for her sisters. And they basically just used her, and they are vultures. Like, her mama and her sisters are definitely vultures. Girl, make sure you teach your daughters to be strong, and nobody could eat off them and use them and abuse them, and they gonna keep smiling and grinning in their face and inviting them to dinner. Nope, you can forgive and move on. You don't have to keep the devil, and you don't have to keep Satan in your life, child. I was like, girl, like, come on, Tamika talking about she had to pay taxes on this money, and then you gonna have the nerve to have Tasha basically out here saying that she didn't steal no money from her sister because her sister's broke and she ain't got no money. What can I steal from her? Basically trying to say that her sister's a peasant and her sister's beneath her and she's doing better. But all along, your sister saying, girl, you was going through some things and you stole some money. And then that's the crazy thing, because Tamika, she said that her mother said, don't get mad at your sister, you don't know what she was going through. So the mama not even telling the sister that she needs to apologize. She's not telling Tasha that she needs to pay her back. She's not telling Tasha that you need to forgive your sister for everything that she does from here on now. If you ain't gonna pay her back her green, her bank, you ain't gonna pay her back her money. Okay? And Tasha, you out here with a husband that got his wife out here stealing from her sister. So we already know your mind is gone, girl. You are whopped out here in these streets. And if you gotta steal from your sister to take care of you and your man, what is the point of being married? What is the point of being with a man for 25 years when he can't take care of you? He got you stealing and he's making bad decisions for your career. Xscape could have been, still number one, still hitting the charts, still doing everything. But nah, y'all can't get along, and now you get a chance to get back together, and now you got all this going on. It's just like, Tasha, you should be nice. You should be on bended knee. You should be, forgiving your sister. You should be basically wanting this to work out. But somebody keeps telling Tasha that she's better than Xscape. Somebody keep telling her, because at the end of the day, Candy and Tiny said at the end of this show that they're filming for Bravo, the whole thing is Tasha is trying to get a deal. She is trying to get her own deal outside of the situation. Girl, if you didn't pop last time you tried to get the deal, you ain't gonna pop this time. So therefore, you need your sisters and you need to pop together. You need to wake up out of this coma that you in, because girl, you in a coma. You've been sleeping your whole life, and that's the shame. And then you gonna sleep until you fall into the grave, because you need to wake up and get it together. And the person that you waking up next to ain't the person that you should be waking up next to. But that's neither here or there. That's your husband. But if your husband got you stealing and not pay back your sister, I can only imagine how he treats you, how he talks to you, how he look at you like scum. Because any man that has his wife out here stealing ain't ish. And then the wife that do and they do it to their sister ain't ish. I would have replaced you, girl. we would have found somebody else. But in any event, that's the whole situation that's going on, and it's just real trifling out here. And when it comes to Torch was just like, she could not even believe like the behavior, the tone that was coming from Torsha. Like, come on, like it was a whole lot going on. And the mama was out here, she was just so disrespectful towards her daughter, like, oh, look at you acting up, and like the other one can't do nothing wrong. So it's just like this mother, she played these games, these emotional games with these two sisters, and basically had them going back and forth, and one should bend over backwards and the other one shouldn't, and also making the other one feeling less than, and the other one's better than the other one. Like, how can you do that as a mother? How can you do that as a human being? And then on top of that, we got, Torsha out here stealing Monte, okay, 30 grand from her sister, didn't even pay the taxes on it, didn't even bother paying it back. So you a thief and you committing fraud with your husband, and you got a nerve to walk around here with a Christian face. And let me not forget to add, when it comes to Tamika jumping on, social media, she basically said what went down in Vegas where, they was locked out of the dressing room. There was actually a shooting that had took place. So there was a shooting that took place, and Torsha, she just left her sister behind, didn't check on her, didn't see how she was doing, knowing that her trailer was locked and she couldn't get in there. Basically, that just shows you how her sister think about her. And she said her sister was walking away. She didn't say nothing to the other girls in the group, and she walked away with the business manager, and she walked away with the road manager, and therefore the business manager and the road manager don't work for Xscape anymore, but the road manager still works for Torsha and as an assistant. And basically Tamika was saying that the business partners walked off with Torsha, made sure she was okay. So everybody thinks that Tasha is the one to cater to. But if that was the case, why is Candy so big? Why is Tiny Candy bigger than Tasha? Because Tasha's full of evilness. And she got that husband. And she got that bad spirit. And why are they shooting at an Xscape concert? Like, what's really going on with this whole situation? There's a whole lot going on, but one thing we hope for sure is Xscape can get together, they can work together and basically create music or create the old music and do shows, and leave that legacy for, the next generation, because people going to remember their music and remember them. It's just god awful that we know who Tasha really is. Like, sometimes it's so good to just stay in the dark. Sometimes it's so good to stay in the corner and don't reveal to people who you really are, because once people see who you are, you can just see that stank, you can just see that evilness, you can just see that toxicity walking towards your way. Like, I like Torsha, but Torsha, you stealing 30 grand, girl. We wouldn't be sitting next to each other. You'd be paying me your checks from the tour and your checks from Bravo. You gonna sit and then you gonna try to shave each other. Oh, we baby, you'll get treated like somebody I don't even know. And also, Tamika alleged that she almost went to jail for life, basically protecting her sister to make sure that whoever bothers her sister, she was going to lay on the carpet for her sister. She was going to take the sword. She was going to take any type of weapon that was formed against her sister. Tamika was going to take it. And Tamika almost put pause and almost did something where she was going to go to jail for life. But she didn't. God done woke her little crazy self up that she did not do that. She better be blessed that she didn't do that for her sister, because like, girl, your sister and your mama can't stand you. They don't like you. They just see you as someone they can pick on and make fun of and make them feel better about themselves, because they look at you as dirt and scum. And that's a whole shame that your own blood do you like that. That's why sometimes it be people on the street that love you better than your family, son. And that's why some people be looking for love in all the wrong places, because they get mistreated. But luckily Tamika found a good husband, okay, and she's always had a beautiful spirit. And also with Tamika, she's the type of girl that comes to your house and clean it up, okay? She's the type of girl that'll organize your purse and not steal from out of your purse. She's the type of person that see you throwing out food on a countertop, she will end up start seasoning and cooking it for you, okay?